Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to give you a review of Romania. I went to Romania in 1996, so it's been a while, but I'm from Bulgaria, so we're kind of connected, related. I've been exposed to Romania and Romanian people for quite some time because I grew up in Bulgaria. I went to Romania by train. I took a train from Sofia, Bulgaria's capital, to Bucharest, Romania's capital, and the train passed. The train crossed into Romania on the bridge on the Danube. I believe it's called Friendship Bridge in English. It's basically the original Danube bridge near the city of Ruse in Bulgaria and Giurgiu, I believe, in Romania. So the crossing the border was not a problem at all. It was very smooth. The bridge itself, I think it's not that long, probably 3 kilometers maybe or so. So it was actually a very pleasant experience going on the bridge and seeing the Danube below you. And it was kind of a short, train ride. So that was kind of surprising because, the Danube is our border, but you feel like, oh my God, you're crossing a border. This must be so difficult, but actually it's very smooth. So the train then arrived in Bucharest, and my first impression of Romania was the Romanian, I believe it was the central train station in Bucharest. It was very similar to the central train station in Sofia, kind of a similar feeling, similar culture. Even I was so surprised. I mean, I knew this, but there were Roma people roaming in the train station, just like in Bulgaria. So it was kind of, at one moment I thought I was in Bulgaria. It was very similar feeling. The Roma people are more commonly called gypsies, but we use the term Roma to it's kind of a polite term to use for them. So I think the train station there in Romania, in Bucharest, was kind of a little bit dirty, just like in Bulgaria. It didn't look super good. It was busy when I arrived. And then I explored Bucharest. I really have very good memories of Bucharest, and I was really impressed. It's a very beautiful city with beautiful buildings, beautiful streets, very wide boulevards. I thought it was very well planned, and I hate to admit it, but I liked it more than my hometown of Sofia. I was really in love with Bucharest. I was impressed, by the architecture and just how the city is laid out. I saw the Parliament building, the second biggest administrative building in the world. It was really impressive, really big. And from Bucharest, then I took another train to Cluj-Napoca. Cluj-Napoca is a city in the northwest of Romania. Basically, I took a train through the whole country to Cluj-Napoca, which is located in the region of Transylvania in northwestern Romania. So my impression of the trip from Bucharest to Cluj-Napoca was that Romania it seems like there's a lot of heavy industry in the center of the country, or maybe for the majority of the country on that stretch. I saw a lot of factories, a lot of heavy industry, quite a bit of smoke and pollution. It seemed more polluted than in Bulgaria. Other than that, it was mostly flat. I remember, and it was quite green. There was like grass everywhere, a few trees here and there, but mostly green and flat. And then when I arrived in Cluj-Napoca, I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, I knew it's in Transylvania, and I was kind of, I knew in advance something about Hungarian culture, Hungarian people. Romania has a Hungarian minority, but I had no idea anything. I didn't really know much else. So when I arrived there, I stayed there, I think, for about a week or two. So I got a chance to explore the city. Cluj-Napoca is a very beautiful city, actually. It has a lot of historic architecture. There's a beautiful black Gothic church right in the center. And the city doesn't look like a Balkan city. It doesn't look like an Eastern European city. It looks more like a Central European city. It reminded me. I've never actually been to Hungary, but from what I've seen on pictures and in movies, it reminded me of Hungary. Maybe reminded me of Germany or some other part of Central Europe. The feeling was completely different than what I was used to in Bulgaria or what I've seen in Romania previously in Bucharest. At that time, back in '96, Bulgaria was still relatively closed. It was not that international. So going from there to Cluj-Napoca and then exploring Cluj-Napoca was like an eye-opening for me. Cluj-Napoca seemed very much more international than Bulgaria at the time. It seemed like there are a lot more foreigners. It seemed more open. There were music festivals, and people were dressed more like with the latest fashions, especially in the music scene. A lot of people had like really nice clothes and long hair, and just really, it seemed a lot more liberal than in Bulgaria at the time. But still, there was this aspect of it being in Eastern Europe, because I remember that when I was always hanging out with a lot of local people, and a lot of times when I had to order something to eat, I had to share it with others. The other people didn't seem to be ordering. It seems like they didn't have much money. So that was my impression of that. And I had one actually bad memory from there. I forgot my backpack in one of the restaurants, and I'm sure that only the owner of the place was there, or he for sure he could have seen me leave the backpack. But when I went back to get it, he said that it wasn't there anymore, and basically probably they kept it, or somebody stole it from the staff. But so that was kind of a bad experience. Of course, it was my mistake to leave it there in the first place. But if this happens in the US, for example, chances are you might get your stuff back. There's a high probability that if the staff from the restaurant sees your belongings, it'll most probably be kept for you. So, but having said that, on the way back to Bucharest, actually back on the train, I stayed in I don't remember the name of the town, but a small town on the way, and the people I stayed with didn't have any money for a hotel, so it was kind of embarrassing only for me to get a hotel. So we ended up staying actually outside, kind of camping in the on the central square of the town. And although this was in the open, you know, we didn't have any problems at nighttime. So my overall impression of Romania from that time was that it felt like safer than Bulgaria. At least from my experience, you know, I didn't experience anything anything that can endanger me, or I felt safe pretty much all the time when I was there. So, and crossing into Bulgaria also was not a problem. I thought it was pretty smooth. So that was my review of Romania. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you have experience going to Romania or going from Romania to Bulgaria or vice versa, please feel free to share in the comments so you can let everybody know about your experience. Thank you so much, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading new videos soon. Thank you and take care. Bye.